Most lottery winners go bankrupt within a few years of winning the lottery. This is because they lack the proper understanding of how money functions. They often lack the knowledge of how to manage and multiply money, build wealth, and live a life of financial freedom. Being in charge of one's financial life can be overwhelming for someone trying to get things right. Others might not even pay attention to it as they get busy visiting their favorite restaurants, settling their never-ending bills, and going on a shopping spree. Financial literacy has to do with understanding the basic things about your financial life. It deals with knowing how to manage money, spend wisely, invest, and multiply your income. As important as this knowledge is, research has shown that over 90% of people are still ignorant about the right way of putting their money to use. The importance of gaining financial literacy cannot be overemphasized. Having the right knowledge about how to manage your income and expenditures saves you from a lot of financial hurdles. This is the surest way to gain financial freedom. You do not need to understand the big terminologies and accounting jargon before you can have your financial life under control. There are some basic things you need to know, understand, and implement to be truly in charge of your finances. Your income must be higher than your expenditure. No matter how much you earn, if the amount you spend is above it, then gaining financial freedom is impossible. No matter the stage you are financially, no matter the nature of your profession or level of income, the amount you spend monthly should be less than what you earn. Spending above what you earn will put you in needless debt and make you live a lifetime of being a slave to creditors and employers. The easiest way to manage your spending is to have a personal budget. Budgeting to most people sounds constraining and like a key to living a life of dissatisfaction. This is far from the truth. To be financially free and have the liberty to attain your financial goals, budgeting is non-negotiable. The first thing you need to do before creating a personal budget is to know how much you earn versus how much you spend monthly. To do this, you need to track your spending. You can track your spending by using an application or by simply writing down everything you spend your money on monthly. You can do this for 3 months and then calculate your average spending for each month to determine your monthly spending. Once you've done that, you can then go ahead to plan a budget. You can use the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. This means that you divide your monthly income into 50% for needs, fixed expenses, 30% for variable expenses, and 20% for saving and debts. You need to learn to differentiate between needs and luxuries. Some things are not necessary and you can do without them. Minimize spending money on those things while you focus on only the necessities. This will help you reduce unnecessary spending. You can make a list of the things you need and get the ones that are most important and urgent first, while others can wait until your next paycheck. You need to practice the habit of delaying instant gratification to achieve long-term gain. You can also cut down on things like eating out, soda, fast deliveries, and expensive hangouts. You will be shocked at how much you can save by putting all these in check. Save. How rich you are or how poor you are is not dependent on how much you make, but on how much you can keep. Saving is putting money aside for the future. We have long-term goals and short-term goals when it comes to saving. The basic thing about saving is to put the money aside rather than spending it immediately. Those who have practiced the act of saving live a life of financial freedom. They always have money sent to their future. To make your saving more efficient and reduce the temptation of not saving, you can automate it. Most banks provide this service of automated savings. Immediately your salary gets paid, a particular amount is deducted into another account and locked away. You should save at least 10% of your net monthly income, though. Experts advise that you should save at least 15%. Depending on your responsibility, you should always put some amount aside monthly. A rule in saving is that you should save for emergencies. This means you should have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is recommended to have at least 3 months worth of your expenses. This fund is what you put aside for unforeseen circumstances like medical emergencies, job loss, car repairs, and other things you might not be expecting. While you are saving for the future, you should also clear off your debts from the past. It is advised you make a list of all your debts and pay the one with the highest interest first. This will help you save money. Also, you need to start planning for your retirement. Wherever you are, it is not too late to start thinking about your expenses after you retire. Having a retirement fund is a must for anyone who desires to be financially free. For more effectiveness, you can use the 401k plans for your retirement funds. Invest. The number one rule of investment is not to invest in anything you do not understand. Whenever an investment opportunity is presented to you, take your time to understand how it works before putting your money into it. You need to understand what the business is about, how they make profit, its available market, its profit margin, how they have been growing in the past years, etc., before you invest in it. Do not invest in anything you are not sure of. Do not be carried away by the get-rich-quick scheme. You need to know that it takes time to build wealth. Anything that promises you an almost immediate maximization of profit is nothing but a scam. The second rule is that you should not invest any amount you are not ready to lose. Life is all about risk, and a person who is not ready to take risks is not ready to go far. Bearing this in mind, you should know that investment is a risky game. It is only for the strong-hearted. Make sure you have counted the cost before putting your money into anything. Sometimes, even with well-calculated plans, an investment still falls through. You need to be mentally ready to lose any amount you put into an investment. Those with this strong mind end up getting the best from every investment because they know the higher the risk, the more profit they can make. Investment is putting your money to work while you dedicate your time to doing other things. You can invest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, etc. Some investments involve high risk, while the risk in others is low. Know what your financial goal is and invest in what will take you closer to achieving those goals. If you have a low risk tolerance, then you should consider making low risk investments. Protect your money. After learning to live by a budget, how to save, and also the various investments you can put your money into, you need to know how to protect your money. It would be a sad thing to lose your money to fraudulent transactions or due to ignorance. Always make sure you understand the nitty-gritty of anything before you put a dime into it. Take your time to seek financial advice and also do your research before any investment. You also need to keep track of all the activities going on in your bank accounts. You need to make sure that your passwords and documents are safe. Getting insurance is another way to keep yourself safe during emergencies. There are various insurances for different purposes. Look out for the ones you need and make sure you fully understand them before you commit to them. Always remember that it is easier to lose money than it is to make it. Keep learning about money management. The more you know about money, the more you can make and keep. Open your mind to learn more about investing, savings, and other business opportunities that can help you attain your financial goals. You should know that when it comes to finances, no one is an island, and you can never know everything there is to know about it. New information gets released daily about the stock market, possibilities for trading, and more investment opportunities open up every day. If you stay with what you've known before, you might find out over time that your financial life will become stagnant. To constantly be on top of your games financially, make learning about how to manage your money, multiply it, and also put it to effective use a continuous part of your life. Many people are struggling financially today because they have not taken it upon themselves to acquire the knowledge they need to manage their financial life. You have exempted yourself from the crowd by watching this video. To gain more knowledge about your financial life and to always have your financial life under control, watch the next video on your screen. Thanks for watching.